are you, darling?
You look great. Hey, the both of you.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here.
Happy and in your debt, sir.
Never mind that debt business. It was all the Walnut Grove that pitched into hell.
And we're in their debt, too.
I still get that warm feeling watching these old clips. And for years, millions of Americans watched her grow up on the small screen. Little House on the Prairie was a weeknight staple for families, and Melissa Anderson was one of the darlings of the show. She played Mary Ingalls, the blind sister of the other Melissa, Melissa Gilbert. And Melissa Anderson has written a book on her experiences growing up as a child actor, and she joins us today to talk about this. Welcome.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
What made you write this book?
Actually, I was asked to write it. I had never even entertained the idea.
Really?
I'm not really one to look back. I mean, I love the show and I love the opportunity, and it was a great experience. But I'm a really kind of in-the-moment kind of person,
Sure.
and I always, being an actress, you move from thing to thing to thing. So, but it was, presented to me, and I thought about it. Well, first, I actually thought my husband is the writer in the family, so I thought, oh, no, they've got me mixed up with him.
You had to ask for him, huh?
Exactly, this isn't right. And then, no, they wanted me, and so I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought, it's interesting. I wonder why it's never been done before. Why hasn't someone done that? And then they said, well, Melissa Gilbert is coming out with a book. And I said, well, there you go.
She's doing it. And a lot of people are wondering, what have you been doing? You've been appearing on occasion at different things, but you're a mother of two. You live in Canada. And so how does it feel to be going back and revisiting all of this?
Well, it's fun. It's interesting. It's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be, and I've remembered a lot more than I thought I would.
A lot of memories have been jogged. What was your relationship with a lot of the cast members? Because you worked together for so long. Were you as if you were a real family? Well, with the good and the bad and everything that goes with it.
Yes. Well, we all had our own families to go home to, but we were very professional. We got along great. There were never any difficulties, no problems whatsoever. And I don't think they really encouraged the children to be too close, because they were kind of afraid we might have girl fights and things like that, and then we would have a problem. But we were always close enough to, that's why it comes off so well, I think.
Yeah, I wondered if there was ever any competition between you and Melissa Gilbert, because the age was so close.
We were a year and a half apart, but it seemed like 5 years, really. I wasn't sure how serious she was. I don't think she was at all, actually, when we were working. She was there. She had fun. She's a smart little, she was a very smart little girl. And she was there more, she played a lot. But I was the one that was sort of introverted and shy and had found my niche. And so I was very serious about it and very, I really wanted to learn, and I took every opportunity I had.
Well, let's talk about Michael Landon, because he was a huge part of that show. And in the book, you talk about how he would fight with the executive producer about how the show should be. The executive producer, wanted it to be more like the books, true to the books, and he wanted to kind of go in a different direction. How did that affect the show?
Well, I believe, yes, we had two executive producers in the beginning, Mike Landon and Ed Friendly as well. And Ed Friendly wanted to stay true to the books, but that would have been impossible, as you could tell. That our pilot was a 2-hour pilot, and that was one book, Little House on the Prairie. So we would have had maybe 6 or 7 or 8 shows.
Whatever they did, it turned out right, because a lot of people grew up watching and loved it. And I want to ask you, you were one of the only members on this cast that was nominated for an Emmy. At one point, you became blind. And what was your tell us about the initial reaction when you found out your character was going to be blind.
Well, I knew it happened in the books, and I was dreading it, because I thought, what will they do with me? I'll just be written out. That's the only thing that could happen to me. So I approached Mike Landon, and I fell apart. I just sobbed. And he said, no, it's going to be great. Trust me, it'll be great. And he was right. It was.
And that really pushed you as an actress when you got that
nomination.
Well,
it did. I was the only one ever nominated, and I was put into the wrong category, but that was perfectly fine. I was sitting with Michael Learned and Fanula Flanagan and Seda Thompson. And I'm 16 years old.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Well, the book is called The Way I See It. Melissa Anderson, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today. And if you'd like to get the chance to meet her, you can go to our website, ABC7Chicago.com, for all of the details. Good luck, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.